Do we look like the two dumbest guys in the world to you?
Super Troopers. Remember when 5 unknown comedians made a movie for barely over $1 million? And it became one of the most quoted comedies of the 2000s?
I'm freaking out, man.
Can I please see your license and registry?
But behind the scenes, a rejected script turned into a cult phenomenon that's still growing today. From Harvey Weinstein's shadow play at Sundance, to real syrup that made actors sick, to a sequel funded entirely by fans 17 years later. These are 13 strange facts about Super Troopers you probably never knew. If you love movie nostalgia and behind-the-scenes stories like this, hit that subscribe button now. When this movie came out in 2001, it looked like 5 guys messing around in police uniforms. But the truth is, this film survived years of rejection. It nearly became a TV show, almost had a different director, almost didn't happen at all. And the way it finally made it to theaters? That's a story of stubbornness, luck, and one perfectly timed moment at a film festival. Let's start with how Harvey Weinstein accidentally saved a movie he barely even watched. Fact number 1. At Sundance 2001, Harvey Weinstein showed up to the Super Troopers premiere. That alone got attention, but he warned director Jay Chandrasekhar, "If I come and people see me walk out, you won't sell this thing." Jay convinced him anyway. Just watch what you can and sneak out. The crowd was loud, drunk, and high, perfect for comedy. The laughs hit immediately. At 5 minutes to midnight, Harvey stood up and left. Then stopped Jay in the lobby and said, "I'm coming back, it's killing." He returned for the final 15 minutes, missing the entire middle of the movie. Then he took Jay to the bar, in public, where everyone could see. That was enough. Other studios assumed Harvey was interested, and suddenly the movie had buzz. Fox Searchlight bought it for $3 million. But getting to Sundance at all took years. Fact number 2, Broken Lizard's first film, Puddle Cruiser, played Sundance, but didn't sell. They knew Super Troopers was their last shot. They spent 5 years trying to get it made. One Miramax exec told them to write it like they'd never make another movie. So they did. Over 20 drafts, squeezing jokes into every scene. Harvey Weinstein read it and passed. "Maybe I just don't know comedy." They got the script back, and the real struggle began. Fact number 3. Studios wanted changes. One wanted Ben Affleck, another wanted a different director, most wanted it safer and more commercial. Broken Lizard had 2 rules. They would star in it, and Jay would direct. Every time they said no, another studio walked. Kevin Heffernan had just finished law school. He had a backup plan. The others didn't. Then they found money from one unexpected place. Fact number 4. The entire movie was funded by one investor. A recently retired Wall Street guy saw Puddle Cruiser, read the script, and believed in it. He put up $1.25 million, the full budget. No studio notes, no interference. Steve Lemmy later said, "He gave us the cash and got it all back." That kind of freedom is almost unheard of, but they still needed the right cast. Fact number 5.
I'll believe that when my shit turns purple and smells like rainbow shepherd.
What?
Brian Cox kept contacting them. He was known for dark, intense roles, but he loved Jerry Lewis and wanted broad comedy. Jay Chandrasekhar said Cox actually called them, repeatedly. Cox nailed it, and finally got to do the kind of comedy he loved. And for Ursula, casting hinged on one bizarre moment. Fact number 6. Marissa Coughlan got the role because of The Exorcist. Broken Lizard saw her do a Linda Blair possession impression in Teaching Mrs. Tingle and loved it. Jay called it flat-out genius. They knew she'd fully commit to the movie's absurd tone. Then filming started, and things got uncomfortable fast. Fact number 7. The bulletproof cup scene was shot just outside a real prison. While Steve Lemmy stood there wearing just a cup, waiting to get shot, Inmates were pressed against the fence, yelling at him. No pressure or anything. The tension you feel in that scene, some of it's real. Because there were actual prisoners watching and shouting the whole time. And speaking of things that were painfully real on set, fact number 8, Farva getting hosed down in the basement was a parody of First Blood. Kevin Heffernan wrote the scene, then had to film it. Jay invited his entire family to set that day. No closed set, no privacy. Heffernan said he was shocked by how raw they were willing to go. But it got worse. Fact number 9, the couple Farva calls chicken fuckers? Those are Heffernan's real parents. They wanted to be in the movie. He didn't tell them what the scene was. They did 25 takes. He called his parents chicken fuckers 25 times. He later said it was a fun day. Fact number 10, most extras were Colgate University students and alumni. The same school as Broken Lizard. Friends, classmates, anyone who showed up. That's why the movie feels loose and authentic. It was built by a community. Then came the real test, release. Fact number 11. Super Troopers made $23.2 million at the box office, but its real life began on DVD. Cable airings and word of mouth turned it into a repeat watch classic. Fox Searchlight said DVD sales rivaled their biggest hits.
Are you saying meow? Am I saying meow?
The movie became culture, which led to something unprecedented. Fact number 12. They tried for a sequel for years. A prequel called Super Troopers 76, a direct sequel. Nothing got funded. So in 2015, they went to Indiegogo. Fans raised over $4.5 million, a record at the time. Super Troopers 2 released in 2018, which leads to the final fact. Fact number 13. Most movies are made by studios and forgotten. Super Troopers was rejected, self-funded, revived by fans, and resurrected 17 years later. That's not how Hollywood works. But that's why it matters. It wasn't the biggest comedy of 2001. It wasn't polished. It had no stars. But it had heart, and people who refused to compromise. More than 20 years later, people still quote it, still watch it, still pass it on. Because Super Troopers isn't just a movie. It's proof that sometimes the best things happen when you don't give in. If you've got a favorite line, drop it in the comments. And if you love deep dives like this, subscribe, ring the bell, and share this with someone who still quotes this movie. Thanks for watching, and remember, you boys like Mexico?